Okay students, now we have to talk another colloidal system that is called emulsions. Emulsion is also a kind of colloidal system. We know colloidal system, again it is a kind of mixture, a heterogeneous mixture, and in this emulsion what do we find? There are disperse phase and dispersion medium as usual. They are also called as solute and solvent. So emulsion is a colloidal system in which disperse phase and dispersion medium both are liquids. This is called emulsion. Like you see milk is an emulsion. Even you can try yourself also. You take some amount of water and some mustard oil at your palm and just rub it between the two palms. You will find the formation of some white droplets. This is emulsion. So emulsion always you get when two liquids are mixed. But remember, the two liquids must be, which are to be mixed to get an emulsion, the two liquids must be immiscible. They should not mix into each other. Like if you suppose, okay, if we take alcohol, if we take water, and we will get an emulsion, wrong. We get emulsion by mixing of two liquids, but remember the two liquids must be immiscible. So emulsion, I repeat, when two immiscible liquids are mixed together, are stirred together, or you can say, you can observe, we can use a colloidal mill also. A colloid mill, a kind of colloid mill having two heavy metal plates there. Having two heavy metal plates, and what you do, you pass the two liquids together, two immiscible liquids, and here you get an emulsion at the end. So emulsion you get by mixing two liquids. Now what we have done, we have broadly classified emulsions into two types, because the two liquids must be immiscible. So normally what we have done, we have taken that one liquid is water, another will be definitely of oily in nature. So on this account, broadly all the emulsions what we observe, they are broadly classified into two classes. One is called as oil in water type emulsion. When you say oil in water type emulsion, where disperse phase is oil and dispersion medium is water. And water in oil type of emulsion, then water is the disperse phase and oil is the dispersion medium. Means this is, I repeat, disperse phase, dispersion medium. So in oil in water, water is in larger amount and you add oil to it. And water in oil type, oil is in larger amount and you add water to it. Examples are milk and vanishing cream for the oil in water type, and for water in oil type we have butter, we have cold cream, we have cod liver oil. These are few examples of emulsions we have. Now what next? When you prepare an emulsion, remember, when you mix the oil and water together, okay fine, you stir it well, you shake it vigorously, you get an emulsion. But remember, when you keep this emulsion at a side and you allow it for some time undisturbed, so what you say, on standing emulsion the two liquids get separated. Now see, we have taken two liquids, we mix them together, we have shaken them vigorously, we got an emulsion, but when we keep it for some time, the two liquids get separated. The two liquids get separated. So what does it mean? Emulsions are not stable. So then how to make them stable? So for those we use emulsifying agents. These are emulsifying agents. What they do? They bring a kind of bonding between the oil and water. And interesting, when dispersed phase is oil, we use soaps, either natural or synthetic soaps, or protein or gum. For example, I just want to share one thing. Like you see milk. Now in milk, fat is the oil, water is the dispersion medium. Now in milk we all know some protein is also there. So their protein is going to act as an emulsifying agent. And if the dispersed phase is water and dispersion medium is oil, means in oil water is to form its colloidal size particle, then the emulsifying agents are heavy metal salts of fatty acids. Fatty acids, these are carboxylic acids, and we use the heavy metal with these carboxylic acids. Heavy metal salts of carboxylic acids, or you can use long chain alcohol, and best is there, we can also use lamp black. You all know lamp black means whenever or you observe okay, when a lamp is working, so on the inner side of the glass chimney of the lamp you get a black deposition. This is called lamp black. Even if you keep a candle burning and you keep a glass plate over it, again you get some black deposition of the plate. This is called lamp black. So I just wanted to tell you okay, what is lamp black. So this is the way, but point is there, we are talking of emulsions. So it means that whenever you want to get an stable emulsion, so what you have to do, you have to take the two components and you have to add the emulsifying agent. And no doubt the type of emulsifying agent depends on the nature of emulsion you want to get. For oil in water, soaps; for water in oil, then heavy metal salts of fatty acids, or lamp black or long chain alcohol that you can use. So remember, because the difference is there, this soap helps in the formation of emulsion. I just want to tell you, this property is only used in cleansing action. You know, when we for a cleansing action, we take some dirty cloth, we dip it into the water, we add the soap to it. We make a soap solution, and then also we can add the cloth into it. So what the soap do? Soap forms a kind of missile, or it helps in the formation of a colloidal size particle of that oily drop that can be easily removed with water. So this is all about this types of emulsion and emulsifying agents. And remember one thing, mixture of two liquids in presence of emulsifying agent to get an emulsion is called as emulsification process. Now if you want to identify either the given emulsion is oil in water type or water in oil type, so we have certain methods of detection also. There is one which is called microscopic method. What we do? Emulsion we get, we add some water to it. Now if water you add and it dissolves, it means that in that kind of emulsion water is more, oil is less. So when water is added and it dissolves, so it is an example of oil in water type emulsion. And if you add water and it doesn't dissolve, it forms a separate layer, it means now oil is more there, so then you say it is water in oil type of emulsion. Likewise we have conductance also. Conductance, how can you check? We have to identify between the two emulsions. So how do we identify that? If we add some electrolyte to the emulsion, and on adding electrolyte to the emulsion, you observe conductance increases, means electrolyte is dissociated, and we know electrolyte can dissociate only in water, not in oil. So now you add electrolyte, it increases the conductivity, means electrolyte is dissociated, means water is more there. So this is an example of oil in water type emulsion. And if conductivity is not affected, then this is to be called as a water in oil type of emulsion. Now the last, this is dye method. What we use? We use an oil soluble dye. Oil soluble dye means a kind of dye, a kind of coloring pigment which gives color to the oil droplet. So what we do? We take emulsion, we add dye to it. Now I am just telling you, you will just give the answer. If we add dye to it, and on adding dye we get some colored droplets. Remember, dye is to give color to the oil. So you add dye give color to the oil droplets, or you can say some colored droplets you find. It means there are, dye gives the color only oil, So it is a kind of oil in water type of emulsion. And if you add dye and the whole emulsion get colored, so what is more in there? Good, there is oil which is more in amount. So then this is to be called water in oil type of emulsion. So these are the ways you can identify the type of emulsions. And remember, these are the properties by which you can differentiate between the two type of emulsions also. These are the properties of emulsions which help to distinguish by adding water. If water dissolves, oil in water. If water does not dissolve, water in oil type of emulsion. Similarly, if conductance increases, again this is oil in water. If conductivity does not increase, it is water in oil. And if you get some colored droplets, then it is oil in water. And if you get all emulsion colored, then this is water in oil. So these are way of identifying emulsions, and these can also be considered as the properties of emulsions. Now the last, we have to talk some uses of emulsion. One I just discussed with you, okay, when you want to clean the dirty cloth, you make the soap solution, you add to it, then that soap makes a missile of those oil droplets. So again, very first property, cleansing action of soap due to emulsification of oily dirt. In our body, during digestion, fat is also digested in the intestine. Now to digest this fat, what do we find? Again, fat molecules in intestine, they form their droplets or they undergo the process of emulsification. Some disinfectant like Lysol, Dettol, when you add them into the water, they also form their emulsions. You check yourself, add some drops of Dettol, you get a white mixture there. That white mixture is a kind of emulsion only. Now this is another, some tonics, eye drops, cough syrups also, they are emulsions. So these are some important uses of emulsions. And if last, this is called demulsification. What I told emulsification? Mixing of two liquids. So now tell, what is demulsification? Yes, correct. Separation of two liquids. So demulsification is called as separation of two liquid components, and it can be done either by centrifugation, like I just tell you example, you take some milk, you stir it well in mixture, this is centrifugation, you get butter from it. Or by cooling, excessive cooling, you just again take the example of milk, keep the milk in the refrigerator, again fat comes out of the milk. So this is demulsification. Thank you.